let's watch how Ethan Klein, the H3H3 podcast, the H3H3 podcast, how Ethan Klein destroyed Will Smith. Let's watch it. Move on.
Talking about degenerate freaks, let's move now to Will Smith, who I am not going to mince words about today. There seems to be a lot of people online who straight up think that attacking, first of all, there's like a few layers of how bad this is. I'm sure everyone by now knows what happened.
I was going to say probably, but maybe just in case some people in the audience don't know what we're talking about.
So
the clip.
Chris Rock, why am I trending? Oh God, here we go.
Don't look at that right now.
They do that. So what's happening right now? Ethan wins.
Right.
So, okay. Well, Chris Rock is emceeing the show. Now, you guys know he's hired to do this job. Good chance that all of his jokes before were written by other people and vetted already. It's live television. They don't take any chances with this stuff. And there's a good chance he didn't even write the fucking joke, which wasn't a good or funny joke.
A high probability, yeah.
So, and by the way, when you come to the Oscars and you sit in the front row, you know you're going to get ripped. Okay? Will Smith is one of the richest, most famous dudes in the world. People fucking think he's a god.
Fortnite.
He's got the best job in the world. All you got to do is fucking act, and he gets paid hundreds of millions of dollars, and people suck his dick wherever he goes, like proverbially.
That's hot.
And maybe physically, I don't know what he gets into. But you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, so the one night you sit there, and the god on his high throne has to come down to the people's level and endure some light ribbing from legendary comedian Chris Rock. You can't deal with it. Chris Rock says something totally innocent, like, you know, Jada is sitting there next to him, and she is bald. She has no hair. She has hair though. I saw pictures. She has stubble.
Shaved, yeah.
I didn't even see patches in her stubble. I don't know.
Maybe it's in the back or something.
Apparently she has alopecia. Is that right?
Yeah.
Which is a condition where you lose hair. I've looked it up online. I don't know much about it, but I saw people with like patches of hair.
Mm-hmm. It's an autoimmune. It's your immune system for some reason forgets that your own hair is part of your body and starts attacking it.
Yeah. So is it more serious than just like some hair loss?
So from what I understand, the condition itself, no. However, because it's an autoimmune thing, it oftentimes can be seen as an early sign of other.
To me, you can pull up a picture of her on the red carpet. Lives your life or cares. So Chris Rock says, "Oh, I can't wait for G.I. Joe." No, she has alopecia. Who the fuck follows your life or cares? So Chris Rock says, "Oh, I can't wait for G.I. Jane 2. Wow, so fucking offensive. It's like the tamest joke you can make.
It's such a like dated joke too.
It's not a good joke, by the way.
Yeah.
It wasn't funny. In fact, I don't even think it was meant to be funny. He's just trying to acknowledge that she's there. It was literally filler.
Yeah.
Okay. And by the way, G.I. Jane was a big deal when it came out with Demi Moore in her prime. Beautiful woman. Basically, he called her beautiful.
I keep seeing people say that. I don't really buy that. It's
okay. Well,
it's a ball joke.
He was making it, but it's not a bad comparison. Like,
sure,
she says, you could be G.I. Jane because you have no hair right now. Cool. I mean, one of the characteristics from that movie is that it was played by Demi Moore, who was beautiful. Really. That's what people remember it for. Whatever. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
The point is, it's a tame joke. Okay.
It's not funny.
Extremely tame.
Okay, I just want to interrupt here. For those For those who think they have a wrong idea of defending your wife or your sisters. So you have to be very careful because women sometimes they trick you. They trick you into fighting the people that you are not supposed to fight in the first place. Okay, with their tears. So in any case, if somebody somehow offend a woman, you don't want to. You have to be very careful how to respond to that. Okay, you have to be very careful and put emotional aside and deal with the situation clearly, because the way men deal with situation, a lot of men, and the way women deal with situations is completely different. So a lot of women, they instigate issues and then they call their husbands or their brothers as a backup. We have seen it many times. Okay, so especially if you have sisters or I mean, even your wife, you have to be very careful. Okay, you gotta take the situation very careful. But in this case, well, even if let's suppose even if the joke was offensive, this is not the way you respond. Okay, is completely unnecessary. It shows how unstable the person is. This is not how the way you handle that kind of situation. Even, it's a simple joke. Let's move on. I don't want to talk too much.
It wasn't funny. You're right, Alex Jones. Now, what's weird about it is that Will Smith is laughing at first, and then you showed Jada, and she's all fucking sour. She don't like that you made fun of her being a baldy. She don't like it. How dare you say I'm gonna be in G.I. Jane? What the fuck? So anyway, Will Smith, loving it, having a good time. Jada, sour. Then all of a sudden, Chris Rock is moving on. It wasn't a big deal. Will Smith goes up on stage, open hand slaps him in the mouth. Pretty hard.
Seemingly so.
Hard enough.
Yeah. AB said he showed a proper boxer stance.
I still remember what he learned from making that Ali movie because he was in good. He was protecting.
Yeah, dude, he got like center of gravity. He planted his legs on the ground, wound up. That was like a proper slap. I don't know. He thinks he's a pimp or something. Slap another man. Also, Chris Rock is not tall.
Yeah, you gotta be very careful. I mean, the fact that you go and slap somebody, you might get killed, man. A lot of men, they don't tolerate that kind of bullshit. If you go and slap people, like this, it probably shows that you never dealt with real man, people that are really fight, because normally you don't want to do that. It's just gonna, you're gonna get really hurt, or somebody will even kill you. I mean, where I'm from my culture, if you do something like that, you'll be killed. Okay, let's face it. So I wouldn't even tolerate that kind of bullshit. If you come to me this way, I will probably use my gun and, you will be dead. Okay? So you gotta be very careful, especially engaging in this kind of manner. Slapping somebody, no. That's a no go.
He's a smaller gentleman. I don't know how tall he is. Will Smith, I met him at the YouTube shows. He's a giant. Do you think if the Mountain was presenting that Will Smith would have gone up and slapped him?
He's 5'10", Chris.
5'10". And Will Smith is like 6'4" or something. He's huge.
6'2".
Is he exact 6'2" or
it's not about the height. So let's be careful. It's not about the height. It's not. You could be very tall, but some people are trained. They have the. It's not about the size, basically, when it comes to conflict. All right. you can have the small people, but everybody's scared of them. So we have in real life situation where small people, but they have the biggest nuclear arm and nobody can touch them. So it's not about the size. You gotta be very careful. If you think that you have big muscles, you can do whatever you want, you'll be very wrong.
You think he would have slapped the
it was
mountain?
6'3".
You think he would have slapped the mountain?
I think he might have been a little more hesitant.
I don't
You're
think he
right.
would have slapped the mountain.
Yeah.
I don't. I really don't. So he walks away, sits down all angry. I don't think we need to show it because they're just going to claim the whole fucking episode. But you guys have seen it. You can watch it if you haven't.
Oh, yeah, the Academy.
We can show frames and stuff if you guys want. We
If
can
you
play
could-
the audio, or
And you could,
I can play it. I don't care if we need to. But he goes back, sits down. The audio cuts out because they start cursing. But there's other sources where you can hear it. Thank God. So Chris Rock goes, "Wow, dude, you just slapped me over a G.I. Jane joke." And then Will Smith screams, "Keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth." He's like, "Dude, chill. What's wrong with you?" Whatever. Paraphrasing. He goes, "I said, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth." And then Chris Rock, I think he took a mental note of how insanely unstable he was and just wanting to diffuse the situation, said, I will.
yeah, he's like, I will.
What I, of course, wish he said was,
Okay. All right. So I want you to be to listen very carefully. This is where Ethan Klein really destroyed Will Smith. So I'm gonna put it on a normal play, and so he can listen.
well,
Yeah, he's like, I will.
what I, of course, wish he said was, well, if Jada Smith could keep, if what's her name? If Jada could keep her son's friends' dicks out of her mouth,
Oh, God.
then, this
Maybe you should explain that in case people aren't aware
Yeah,
of
Jada's fucked.
the entanglement, as
Yeah,
she put it.
she's weekly humiliating Will Smith on her Facebook show. She literally she has ruined this man. Like the shit that she's exposed on him just for clout on her dumbass Facebook show. It's just been endless humiliation to him. She had sex with
August.
Jaden Smith's friends,
Yeah.
who are like young teenagers or 20-year-olds, not teenagers.
At the time of their affair, he was 22. She was like 43 or 44 or something like that. So,
Yeah.
It's a little weird.
No, it's disgusting.
Like, people kind of brush past that pretty quick, but
Well, when it's the opposite, everyone's quick to say how gross it is. I'm sorry, but your mom fucking your friends is disgusting.
So this is where I really get pissed off because, as I said previously, he doesn't have the balls to let her go or throw her in the curb, but he's still with the wife when she's publicly been exposing the affairs or being banged by somebody else. That's a shame. I mean, how can you even recover from that? How can you even have the balls to stand there and say you're a man when your wife is just being, used by somebody else? This is disgrace.
Keep fucking my mouth. Yeah, keep the fuck in my mouth. Here's the photo.
and they say they have an open relationship, but I don't know. I feel like your children's friends should probably be off limits in that kind of situation. That's
Well, and how about dating? How about whatever? And the joke going around online was the only thing they're not open to is light jokes about them. Their relationship is open to everything but jokes.
right.
A lot of people were quick to say it was fake. Definitely is real. Just stop. I don't want to even hear. Actually,
I thought the same thing. The first I saw it, I thought maybe that was part of the act. Then after some video came out, then we realized that it was a really serious problem.
talk to someone who thinks it was fake, but
I think most people have moved on beyond the fake thing, especially if you see the clip. Because I would say when I initially saw it, as I was watching it, I was like, okay, this
All
kind of
right,
been
I'm
like a
gonna
planned
stop
thing.
right
Yeah,
there.
as soon as you
So,
see
if you want to
Will
watch
back,
the full video, I enjoyed watching the take with H3H3 podcast take on the whole situation. Also, also made my own video regarding the whole issue, the controversy. So you can watch it if you want. See you another time. Bye bye.